Hey everyone, this is Jay, and I'm with my friend Valu here. This is going to be our first ever podcast video, where him and I pretty much just talk about Ninja Saga for now, and hopefully other media, other forms of media later.
Wait a minute, you're actually recording for the podcast now?
I'm recording for the podcast now.
You didn't say anything, you're just like, blah, 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 splody-gator podcast.
Well, that's how it's gonna start.
No wonder you were asking me to stop clicking.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to apologize, because I'm currently playing Ninja Saga right now, trying to do the level 46 mission for my character Raziel, so she can get a bunch of Justice badges, so I can get that 5% experience, and then do it all over again.
Speaking of the Justice badges, let's talk a little bit about the Justice badges right now.
Temporary, apparently.
Yeah, it only lasts until August 1st, and to get a Justice badge, you're supposed to, let's see, you can get a Justice badge after you complete any mission from now on. That's funny, I checked it earlier, and it said you had to be within 5 levels of the mission. But now it says you can do any mission.
Well, yeah, I even read it when it said any mission, and I still did the level 1 mission just to see if I got any Justice badge. It didn't give me any. But I'm sure that's because it's like a level 1 thing. Or maybe they are including the within 5 levels still, secretly.
I like how they have this instant jutsu, whatever thing. And Emblem users don't have to worry about it because, you know, we're Emblem users. We're just too cool for it. But if you can barely see, it looks like behind this emblem it says you have to spend 100 Justice points to do that.
Yeah. I really would like to know how much it is, but I don't have any free... Yeah, it definitely looks like 100. I don't have any free characters or accounts anyways to do that. Yay, I only need 4 more, which is like 2 missions. Great.
I got 1 Justice badge on Jay by completing his newest part of the exam. So, that was loud. I forgot to turn my volume off.
Yeah. Who knows what that is?
That was me going into the exam. I like how it looks when you leave the exam. Like, the little screen pops up. Yeah, it just flashes.
Yeah. The bad guys.
So, have you completed the most recent part, Stage 3, Chapter 2?
Yeah, it was surprisingly easy.
Yeah, it was incredibly easy.
Like, I totally skipped the first...
But I did pass the zombies, and it didn't, like, I got the text dialogue from the butterfly guy, and then when I finished talking to him, I was just standing in front of him again. So I was like, oh, I guess you have to fight the zombies. So I walked backwards, and I tried fighting the zombies, and it took away all my jutsus. So...
that's... it. Something like that happened to me. Like, I just jumped into the mission. Like, with nobody. It was just me.
That's what I did also. And,
I got to him, and I was like, oh, it's 1 person? Oh, they're dodge focused? No wonder it's supposed to be 1 person. Not like it matters, because all I did was equipped...
Buddy Girl?
Yeah, I equipped our clan sword, the one that gives me 14% ignore dodge.
Okay.
And the back item, the other clan back item that we got that gives me like 8% accuracy.
I didn't even equip that, and I still had no problem with it at all.
Yeah, well, the thing was, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do the debuff thing, because I had 2 debuffs. I had the leaf and the friggin' our clan jutsu that does that, the clan taijutsu.
That is really great for this exam, for any Zen members watching.
Oh, it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter who you're fighting. It's helpful against anyone.
That's true, but it reduces 20% dodge.
The fire dude, it's like you have to do that though, because if you don't, your teammates are gonna friggin' die. Not to mention your pet.
Yeah.
And I don't know what people's pet they're using, but Yamamaru, he's pretty friggin' helpful. And, but then there's the frog, I can't remember his name right now.
Well, Keiko,
yeah, that's it. Keiko, he's pretty helpful because, like, he's got, like, a bunch of stuns that affect the enemy. Like, Dismantle, normally that would only work on their weapon, but apparently that counts towards all their stuff. which is probably why they don't use any chakra. Henceforth, they never have to charge, which is stupid.
Speaking of pets, they did something to the pets recently. I don't know if you know this yet, Valu, but they lowered the pets' cost for all their skills.
Oh.
By quite a bit. Let me look at Zoshi's. I don't have Zoshi's last 2 skills. Look at this. Zoshi's level, his second to last skill, cost 40,000. It used to cost $1 million.
Holy. 40,000?
And
400,000?
No, 40. And
oh my god.
And his last jutsu, which used to cost $1.5 million, costs 50,000.
Wow.
I know. I know.
That is wow. Tonkin would have so much gold right now if that was the case earlier.
Yeah, your mic kind of messed up just for a second there, but I think it fixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It just sounded like you were underwater for a second. But anyway,
cool.
One thing that I'm really considering doing is buying Tamaru. Because Tamaru is a pretty helpful pet. Is Tamaru emblem only? I don't think so. No. Yes, it is.
Tamaru, Konkin, no, not Konkin, Rampel. My character Rampel uses him.
Yes.
He is... The firewall thing, it did not do what I thought it would do, and it doesn't last 2 turns like it says it does. It can last 2 turns, but it's like, it depends on how fast your enemy is. And, yeah, admittedly, the new chick for the exam, she's stupid fast. She goes twice before you even get to go once. It's like, zoop, zoop. I was like, what the, whoa, God. Good thing I'm not a female, she might have taken off my bra. I don't get noticed, and she would be holding it. I'd be like, man, that looks an awful lot like my bra. And then you realize, oh my god, I did not go commando when I left the house. She stole my bra. Why would she? She's a lesbian. Great. Totally straight.
I think I'm going to buy Zoshi's last skills just because I can. I really need to...
because they're so much cheaper.
Yeah.
I was withholding buying a Yuki Daruma, the snowman from last year's Christmas event.
Right.
I was withholding buying those 2 skills that reduced the enemy's attack because it cost too much for Raziel. She only has like 1 million gold. So I was like, oh, okay, well, here we go.
Like, the reason why Sample doesn't have any gold right now is because of pet skills. She has like 2.5 million gold right now, which is not much at all. And it's because the pet skills are just too much.
Mm.
And I feel kind of bad because I've bought tons of pet skills on Jay. And he would have had a lot more money right now if I would have waited. But then again, I'm not doing too bad on money with him. I have almost 10 mil.
Mm. I feel kind of sorry for free users. I know some of them can do pretty good as long as they pick their elements right and they got the right talents. But then there are some that are just like, oh man, I'm new at Ninja Saga. This looks awesome. Oh man, and blah blah. And then
yeah, they buy all the cool stuff.
They later on in the game, they're like, oh man, this guy's kicking my butt. And he's like Earth Water. Why didn't I pick Earth Water? I had to pick Fire Lightning because I thought I'd do so much damage.
Yeah,
I do a lot of damage, but I can't stun. Can't stun unless he does that whole new level 50 jutsu.
The lightning one and the fire one, or just the fire one?
Just the lightning one. The lightning one's the only one that, like, if you do the level 50 buff, any lightning jutsu you use after that attacks will stun your opponent for a turn.
Oh, that's right. It makes me wonder if you do the lightning jutsu that does stun for a turn. It probably won't stun for 2 turns, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Of course, there's only one that does that. So.
Yeah.
God, Lightning Shock used to be beast back in the day.
I'm like sitting here buying all of Jay's pet skills. Even though they're so cheap, I've still spent 600,000 already, just because he has so many pets that are leveled up.
It's not as bad as friggin' when I reset Valu's friggin' skills and everything, or reset Valu's ninjutsus. Oh yeah, for all those clan people who are worried about resetting their elements, you don't have to worry about that because you don't have to worry about losing your clan jutsus.
By the way, I wanted to say this real quick. We have gone over the resetting elements before, but for some reason people still question this. It does reset all of your elements, not just one. It does get rid of all of them.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're ever gonna do it, but if they are, it's gonna be a long time before they make it like, oh yeah, you get to reset one of your elements, any one, doesn't matter. Like, well, I would have reset friggin' lightning to fire, and then when the exams are over, I'm gonna reset fire to wind.
Yeah,
which is basically what I'm doing, but it's still gonna be expensive because I have to. Well, yeah, they did reduce the cost of all your elements and stuff, but yeah. That was so stupid. I can't believe... I just didn't notice it because I was just like, man, I gotta reset my elements for the exams. I need fire.
Yeah. I didn't really worry about that. I've been fine with my elements ever since...
Your elements have been perfect since the very beginning to even now. like lightning and wind, those two just punch everybody in the face, why don't you?
The funny thing is that I can't really remember the last time I've ever used lightning. And I usually use only 2 Winjutsus, which is Evasion and Dance of Fujin. And rarely do I use even more than 1 Water Jutsu. I usually use Prison Collapse.
Oh yeah, for all you hackers out there, try to be a little more professional about your hacking. Because I did bust one of you, how do I say this, dumbasses for hacking for Shika, the 2009 Xmas event for Ninja Saga. Now, there's a lot of tells. Like, if I get your character ID number, I'll know your character's too young to have that pet. Too young. Like, this dude, he was in the 16 millions. One of my other characters, Konkin, he was made long after the Christmas event was over. His was in the 10 millions. So, 1 + 1 = 2 in that case. Not to mention, when you showed him, you actually went down your list of pets. And then I noticed that Shika was at the bottom, like on page 4 or whatever. That means you got that pet somewhat recently. As you could tell when you buy multiple pets, it goes down, and like your oldest pet will be on your first page, and your newest pet will be on your least page, or your oldest, or your highest page, or whatever. So, yeah, don't let me see stuff like that, or I'm going to remove you.
Val, I don't know if you remember, but you used to only be able to use 1 pet.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I don't have Shika. It's because it was either Shika or Keiko, the far superior pet at the time. I mean, like, Keiko back in the day, he was not that bad. He had the Ton Restrict and the Burn. That's pretty much all he had at the time. But, yes, what he has now is even more awesome. But, compared to all the other pets, he was the best, and he still is.
I remember that I used to have Suzu just because the cute girl transformation.
Yeah.
Actually, wow, I just now read the jutsu and they changed the name of it. It's not cute girl transformation anymore. It's cutie girl, but like they took out the E and replaced it with a Y, so it's like cutty girl.
That is weird.
That's weird. But anyway, the pets used to not have a cooldown on their jutsus, so there was a 50% chance she would stun the enemy.
Yeah. Well, then remember when when we found that out? You're like, oh man, and you totally you deleted your cat, retrained it, so the only jutsu it had was that, so it would just be a constant stun. A lot of people did that back in the day, but then they fixed it.
They fixed it as soon as I did that.
Yeah, I know. It was so funny. Like next day, maintenance. No more. It's like, oh.
I was really irritated. As soon as I was like, oh man, I cannot wait to exploit this. And then they fixed it. Oh well. It's funny though. You know, I deleted the cat to get the new cat. I deleted Suzu to get another Suzu. And then they gave me Suzu back later.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have 2 Suzus, don't you?
I have 3 now, somehow.
How do you have 3 Suzus? That's so ridiculous.
I think what happened was I wanted Issa, so I deleted Suzu again to get Issa.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, they made it so you could buy multiple pets, so I bought all of them, including Suzu again for the 3rd time. And then later on, it gave me my 2 original Suzus back.
Wow, I wish I knew that was going to happen, because I would have bought Shika, and then I would have deleted Shika, and then I would have got Keiko again. But at the time, Keiko was already like level 40, so yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't know if you know more, but I only know one person, one of my friends, that actually owns Shika legitimately.
Who's that?
Jen.
Oh, well, yeah, I've always known Jen has Shika. She's like our only reference point to any of Shika's new skills, old or new skills.
Yeah. I can't remember if Shika's list is full or not now. I can't remember. I think it is.
I think it is too.
So, I'll find out in a little while. So, we've been going here for, let's see how long now. A little while. Close to 20 minutes. So, that's pretty good.
Doesn't even seem like it.
Yeah. Talk more about how you think the exam has been thus far, and what you think is going to happen.
I don't know. I've actually been trying to pay attention to the text that they give us during the mission, well, before the mission and after the mission, and during the mission, sorry. And,
before, during, and after?
I think what his basic strategy is now that he's attacked our backs, we're going to try to focus on our backs a little bit more, and then he's going to reinforce the front line. Like he's going to send in more from the front line. Yeah, I know. I don't know if this is why, that's why you asked the question, but that's just, yeah. Of course, mind you, this is only something that's recently happened.
Yeah, that's just in the newest Stage 3 Chapter 2.
Yeah, it's not like anything before has given us any clues.
Right.
So, yeah.
One thing that I've liked gameplay-wise is I like the fact that it's 2 chapters each. In the first chapter, you do like a little mini-game, and by doing that, it gives you the chance to use a special jutsu in the next part. Unfortunately, all of those jutsus have been pretty useless.
Well, I don't know. I kind of liked the first one where you could see the elements, health and everything. Yeah, that was kind of helpful, especially when one dude had like 700 health, and I was like, oh man, I wonder. Oh yeah, I have a jutsu that does that. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, but only really helps towards the end. Doesn't really help towards the bosses because you're just doing percentage damage to them with burns and stuff. So yeah.
So, but none of the exams have been specifically that hard. In my opinion, Stage 2, Chapter 2 has been the most difficult, but it's not even that extreme, in my opinion.
No, it's not. It's just like, you can easily and very quickly lose your pet in that part.
Yeah.
It's like the only part that has that. But that's because of the dude's 35% burn.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had a 35% burn.
So that means 3 turns, 3 attacks, and you're dead, pretty much, if you did that.
Yeah. Well, I never had to worry about it with Valu because he either purifies or dispersed it. One of the two.
I never really had to worry about it because it never hit me. Like, I wouldn't just randomly attack him knowing that he had Firewall on.
Yeah, it only really lasted, 6, 8, 10 of your turns. Yes, it says 20 when he uses it, but that's just because he moves so fast that he passes you so many times, so it's only really effective so much.
That's true. The next exam is on the 15th. That's pretty soon. That's a lot sooner than the other exams have been apart.
Yeah, they have releasing them recently. Well, that's because we're closing in on
the deadline.
Yeah, I mean, the 15th is the middle of the month, and yeah.
So it's actually the middle of the exam, too, but didn't we start in June?
We started somewhat late in June, so...
So they really need to hurry up, especially since I heard that there are 3 chapters in Stage 6.
That would make sense, considering we're going to find out who the guy is after he removes that mask, if he ever does. I don't know if they're going to do something like that, make it interesting, but I have suspicions about the main dude. I can't remember his name right now, but I believe that he is the Hokage.
That's my suspicion as well. I have a feeling like this is just like a training thing that's going on. By the way, have you seen the rewards for Tensai and regular special Jonins?
Oh shit, there's a reward now?
Oh yeah, there's 4 rewards for Tensais and 2 rewards for normal.
Wow.
For the Tensai, you get the Tensai Special Jonin badge. You get a Special Jonin class Jutsu. You get a Tensai Special Jonin action suit, or whatever. And you get a Kinjutsu, a secret Kinjutsu. While, if you do the normal, you get just the badge, which is, everyone knows that. And you also get a Jutsu. Not the Kinjutsu, not the secret Kinjutsu, but you do get a Jutsu.
No, it's good to get the Kinjutsu. Do you know what kind of jutsu it is? Is it a Gen or a Tai?
It doesn't say, it just says secret Kinjutsu.
Ah, well, that's gay. They haven't done that before. Of course, mind you, they've only done it once before, but that's besides the point.
And I can't... how you can usually guess by, the color? If it's white, it's, again, yellow, it's Tai.
Yeah, is it blacked out or something?
It's pink.
Oh, then it's probably a Genjutsu.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know. I have to see it. And I'm in the middle of a mission.
It probably is a Genjutsu, though.
Yeah. I mean, the last reward they gave us was like a Taijutsu, the Kizu Kimi Mama. And then there was that one for that one event that I did not get. What is it called?
No.
The one that restricts and prevents from charging for 2 turns. It's a Genjutsu.
Wait, which jutsu are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one where if you got lucky enough on that friggin' ball thing.
Oh, that's the gachapon machine?
Yeah, the gachapon.
That was the 3 rod pillars.
Yeah, I wish I got that. That looks so cool.
I tried. I definitely tried. I spent all my coins, which I think that's what they called them, the gachapon coins, on trying to get it, and I never got it. I think I even spent 100 tokens spinning it as well.
Yeah.
So, but the last jutsu for Tensai Jonins out there, it was Serene Mind.
Yeah, for Tensai?
Yeah.
Tensai Jonin, yeah. That was that jutsu is still pretty helpful, not gonna lie.
I actually used it in my last fight. Speaking again of the last fight, it was so easy. The damage that the butterfly person was doing was 140 to about 180 damage.
Yeah, I don't know how they expected that one to be difficult. Was it the dodge?
I think it was supposed to be the dodge, and maybe I guess I disoriented him with Bunny Girl Transformation, which lowers dodge by 20%.
Yeah.
And I also had, and that's for 6 turns, and I also had the Violent Quake Fist, which lowers it by another 20% for 4 turns.
And it also disperses the flexible that it puts on.
Right. So he only used flexible once, and it was at the very beginning of the fight, too.
I think he can only use it, every once in a while. So we killed him before he could use it again. And even if he could use it again, he didn't get a chance to use it again with me. But by the time, he could, even if he did, by that time, my jutsus that dispersed were already regenerated.
By the way, he has 190,000 HP total. I know that because of the scythe.
Oh, yeah.
and he heals. So that means 1% of his health is 1900, and his cure heals for 2000. So it's just barely 1% of his health.
Man, that part's gonna be really easy. Like, even the mission before it was really easy. Like, do you know what this jutsu is? No. Not unless you use, not unless you use refresh, and all the options, like all 4 options, is a different level of refresh.
I actually... yeah, I don't know if you watched my video, but I actually mentioned that in my video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually got one wrong, because I don't know why. He did water prison, and for some reason I thought it was like some shark jutsu or something. I don't know why. It was weird.
One thing, I didn't even notice this until about my 4th ninja doing it. Do you know that there's a timer?
Yeah, there's a timer on the top. It's like a green bar that slowly decreases.
I didn't even know. I just happened to be doing it in my room, and I was watching an anime, and I looked away for a second to look at the anime, and I looked back, and it was like almost down, and I was like, "Whoa, there's a timer?"
Yeah, I know. Like, if it takes you that long, I don't know how long it is because it's not like a countdown. But if it takes you that long to figure it out, you've got some problems.
Yeah, especially since some of them are very what's the word? Self-explanatory, like very obvious.
Oh well. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, is this 1 shark burst or 4 shark burst? Oh man, how many sharks were there?
I mean, if I did the jutsu 4 times, it'd be 4 sharks, but...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm
sure you just did it once.
The hardest... What was the, Stage 2, Chapter 1? I can't even remember. Oh, it was the running and jumping one. That one was kind of fun.
That one was really fun.
Yeah.
I had no problems with it.
The hardest... the 2 hardest parts of the exam so far, in my opinion, are Stage 1, Chapter 1, with the weapons, and Stage 2, Chapter 2. So I'm looking forward to Stage 4, Chapter 1 in a few days, which I don't know if you heard about it, but I hear it's called, like, kunai toss, or something like that, is actually the name of the exam.
Oh my god! The next part of the exams comes out when Harry Potter comes out.
Oh, that's right. Was that Friday? Is it really Friday? No. That's Saturday, man.
What?
No, it is Friday.
15th?
Oh, wow. I'm off on my days. Yeah, I thought today was the 12th. Today's the 13th. That's why I was confused.
Jeez, I was the one who was up for 24 hours. I should be the one who lost track of time.
Yeah, you probably should have, but...
I actually did during that entire 24 hours. It was like, what day is it?
Lost track of time.
I even forgot what month it was. I thought it was August.
I think we have... Oh, did I miscount earlier? I was trying to see how much time... Oh, no, I didn't.
We should start naming weeks.
This screen recorder is kind of stupid. It doesn't tell me minutes. It counts all of it in seconds.
That's ridiculous.
So, we've been talking for almost 1900 seconds. I'm trying to do the math on that, but I think it's like... we should talk about the talents.
Talents. The improvements. I would really like to see like a list of all the new improvements and stuff. It's unfortunate that Zero, the guy in the forums who made the talent system guide, he's done with Ninja Saga. He's been done with Ninja Saga for the longest time. But he did give us the information, like how much TP it costs and everything else. But now that information's changed, so I guess somebody else is going to have to like update it or something. I don't know.
I don't think they changed the TP cost. No, they did not.
No, they shouldn't have. The TP cost should always be the same because there's nothing wrong with it. Just it's still a lot of TP.
I also don't think that they changed the secret talents because I don't see any difference to Hidden Silhouette right now.
I should have... Nope. I do not have Demon Wind. Demon Wind is... Yeah, I do not have Demon Wind.
But one thing that they did, that I don't like... Oh, that's weird. Someone told me that it costs 2,000 chakra to use Burial of Dead Bones. And it doesn't. It's costing me 1,200.
That's still a lot.
It's still a lot, yeah. It's half my chakra. But I would rather spend 1,200 than 2,000. So, but it's times 2,000%. So that's probably what they were thinking about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's 2,100%. Actually. Wanderer's Door is only 330 chakra. I'll say jutsu. 708 chakra for one sword, and 600 chakra for Divine Wind on Myosaru.
It's actually, they weren't supposed to do that.
Onmyo Samurai. That's it.
Yeah, they actually mixed the two words together, which is something that's technically not legal in the Japanese language. Like, I know for a fact that if you were to mix those two, like actually using the Japanese language, it would look a lot different. A lot different.
But I hear that they're not Japanese. I hear that they're Chinese.
I know they're Chinese, but they're using predominantly Japanese words for, well, everything. Like all their swords, all their weapons, they're all Japanese.
That's true.
Unless Chinese and Japanese have like the same kanji for that kind of stuff, which is totally a possibility. I'm just saying.
You know what weapon I really still to this day regret not getting?
Oh, the
Elegant Dagger.
Yeah, the Elegant Dagger, the rarest weapon in the friggin' game. Next to the Sharkskin Sword, but that one wasn't even obtainable.
There actually are some people that have that weapon.
Yeah, but that's because they're hackers.
Because they're hacking, yeah. It's really lame. Well, this weapon looks cool.
I can't have that weapon until I'm level 70, and the max level we can have right now is 20?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just hack to get level 70, buy the sword, and reduce my level back to 20. Then later, when I actually get level 70, I'll be like, yeah, I legitimately have it. I wonder if they're ever going to bring that weapon back when we actually reach level 70. I
have a feeling that they can't.
They can't? What do you mean they can't?
Because of the thing. Didn't they have trouble with Naruto from the creators of Naruto?
Oh yeah, that's right. They did back in early 2009.
Yeah, something like that. And they had it again when they tried making Bloodlines.
Oh yeah, well not a lot of people know this, but talents used to be called Bloodlines. That's how they introduced it. Like Bloodlines in level 40 and above. And then when we got level 40, like, where's Bloodlines? And then they're like, talent system! What the hell are talents? Actually, they're like, oh, talents are Bloodlines. It's like, well, they didn't actually say it was Bloodlines, but talents, yeah.
Also, one of the TP training, I don't think it's, I think it's the one where, oops, sorry, I hit my table. I think it's the one, where you have to, like, memorize the signs, the hand signs.
Oh yeah, it's actually in one of the missions.
Yeah, it says BP or not. Yeah, it says BP instead of TP.
Yeah, like they had the full intention when they started making the missions and everything to have it be Bloodline, but then they changed it because, well.
Okay, I think this is enough. I think 35 minutes is probably enough for the first podcast video. Hopefully other videos will be longer. And hopefully we might even be able to start adding guests to the podcast. We'll see. Valu, do you have anything to say before we end this?
No.
No? Just it's over?
Yeah, I know what I was discussing before, but nothing I can think of at this point in time.
Alright. We'll see you guys hopefully in 2 weeks, I guess. with another video, maybe a week. We'll figure that out later. Next time.